Hey, it's been a minute. ENBL season was cut short because I was doing things.
No, you can't. Oh, God. Air one. Blue 90. Fight. Yeah!
Oh. Yeah, did a couple things, all right. But I will show you the wrap up of this season. So as you can see, look at these highlights. Oh my goodness. The beautiful movements, crosses, behind the backs, jump shot, strokes, no pause. Makai Jones put on an absolute show this season. And that is why he is this year's ENBL MVP, as you can see. Now, Rookie of the Year, y'all never really heard about many rookies. But even though we never said he was a rookie, he showed out for being one. Just look at the way he plays. Super dominant. He could shoot, although he's a big man. He's really good in the paint, really good at the perimeter. And he even dunked on our MVP. Look at this. Rookie of the Year, Kamari Bailey. He won his first award this year. Anyway, now on to our this league's apparent Kyrie, one of the best on-ball shooters, on-ball scorers, best ball handlers in the entire league. And in my opinion, my favorite player from this league, Donnie Banchero. Look at these highlights. Look at this. Donnie has so much cut out for him, and that's why he's Clutch Player of the Year. Then we got someone who y'all didn't think was going to be up in the award ceremony, but he was. Here he is, Anthony Agenta. The Bullets, they had a lackluster season. They lost to Tampa Bay, who's a lacking team that picked up Reese Watkins when they could. But your most improved player, Anthony Agenta. Look at that beautiful dunk. Oh, my goodness. And then we never really looked at defense much either. But when he was on defense, he was an absolute dog. First episode, you would never forget Cart Jack. And that is why he is this year's Defensive Player of the Year. I know there's not a lot of defensive highlights in this, but just know he was locking up this season. And now on to our last award. We never talked about who came off the bench, but you could see because of the starting lineups. But those starting lineups mean nothing when it comes to being on the court. If you're good, you're good. If you're bad, you're bad. And Eli Little showed off why he should be a starter. Boom. Your sixth man of the year, Eli Little. This is our playoff picture this year. And here we start with a close game between Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Now look at Zach. He just went off. Now Macaulay, you didn't really get to see him in the regular season, but he was getting buckets. Damn. Like, I can't even explain it. Macaulay was just cooking Baltimore. They didn't even stand a chance. They tried to come back, but it didn't work. Macaulay just kept scoring. They couldn't stop him. Macaulay was just on fire this game. Yeah, and they lost 113 to 105. But that sent Baltimore home in a pretty close series. I think it might not have been close at all. But then we had this game. This game was actually kind of close. The Blizzard were starting a comeback. As you can see, the Banks brothers, were trying to get this comeback going. They were down by 10 with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left on the clock. And they were stroking it from deep. No pause. But, yeah, PJ Thomas and Eli Little shut that down real quick. And they ended this game taking them all the way to the next round after a Game 7 with the Blizzard. And even though the Banks brothers tried their best, they could not beat PJ and Eli. And that's how they advance to the second round. Now, do I think that the Blizzard would have had a better playoff run if they made the second round? Yeah. But Eli Little and the rest of the Coyotes deserved it. We didn't even have to show you this game. I wish Honolulu had a better season because they had Jason Lowry, one of the best power forwards in the league. But unfortunately, they did not, so you didn't really get to see it. But Long Beach with Xavier Moore did it, and that is, oh my goodness, their conference finals was kind of tough. Look at this, Xavier Moore with the Long Beach Admirals going against the Pharaohs. Look at that. Long Beach versus the Pharaohs. Phantoms. My fault. I cannot remember these names. But now we got the real matchup for the conference finals. The Aztecs versus the Metros. Clutch Player of the Year, Donnie Banchero versus MVP, Mekhi Jones. Now, do I think the Aztecs can make the finals? Yes, I do. Do I think the Metros have a chance of making the finals with the Clutch Player of the Year on their team? Of course I do. In a really, really, really deep sweep, Xavier Moore and Long Beach did end up losing in the conference finals on their home floor too, which means they are taking Zach McCauley all the way to the finals. Do we think he could do it? Do we think he could win the finals on a team that he carried here all by himself? I don't know. But as you can see, conference finals MVP, Zach McCauley. And now this Metros game, 84-84, 3-ball by Keith Hamblin. An easy assist by Donnie Banchero, putting them down by 1. And then Donnie, he drives in, and it didn't work because another bucket was taken by the Aztecs. Donnie gets the screen, pull up 3-ball, cash. And that was to tie the game. This is why he won Clutch Player of the Year. Look at that assist. Beautiful pass into a beautiful bucket. And look at this. The fans are going wild. Another lay for the Aztecs. But Donnie is feeling it. He drives in on 3 different defenders. He slams it down. I can't believe he even did this in a Game 7. It makes no sense. But it's win or go home. They have to. 3-ball, cash. And the Metros are locking in. They got the lead by 3. Hamblin, he's shooting free throws. He makes them both. They have a 1-point deficit with 32 seconds. Donnie Banchero shooting free throws. And he puts the deficit back up to 3. Now, can they win this game after he puts the deficit back up? I think they can. The Metros, they get a break as the Aztecs call a timeout. Donnie Banchero's hyped up on the sidelines. Hamblin, he gets more free throws. And he makes them both, which puts the deficit to 1 point with 22 seconds left. Then they put Banchero back at the free throw line. Up by 2. Up by 3. Banchero can't miss from the free throw line right now. Hamblin from the free throw line. 1 point game. They're going to foul Banchero. Take him to the line. 1 and 2. They both drop in. And it's a 3-point deficit for the Aztecs as they lose this game by 3. And the Metros send them home. And now are going to the finals. Yes, you heard me. And I know I didn't do the trade deadline or the All-Star game, but you guys don't know this, but they traded Gray. Scotty Gray is a Metro right now. And I think he played a big part in this win. Even though Donnie Banchero might have got all the shine and the Western Conference Finals MVP. As you can see, Scotty Gray right there, he was doing a lot for his team. Look at this. The Phantoms versus the Metros in the finals. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that Scotty Gray and Donnie Banchero was all it took for the Metros to get to the finals. And then the Phantoms are being carried by this team's Michael Jordan, Zachary McCauley. Scotty Gray was forever found the best Metros player on this team. And this is what surprised us. It's a Game 7 in the finals. Donnie Banchero, he's locked in. They are up by 2 off of a foul. Look at this. 3-ball. Cash to put them up by 3. And then they get the ball back. He drives in. Pull up midi on Macaulay, and it goes in. I can't even say anything. The Metros could not be stopped this game. And look at that. They call a timeout due to how scared they are of this man, Donnie Banchero. Donnie Banchero, clutch player of the year, best player in the league, in my opinion. And they end up winning the game 125 to 118. And this year's ENBL champions is the Seattle Metros. Donnie Banchero, you deserve it. Scotty Gray, you deserve it. I can't pronounce his name, but the big white guy right behind him, he deserves it. I know this team worked super hard for it. And that is why they deserve it. And you know who deserves that Finals MVP? Donnie Banchero. But anyway, I hope you guys know that's not going to be the end of the ENBL. We have another season coming. And this time, new teams and new players. As you can see, Ace Thompson and the Head Toppers going against Kansas City Reign. That's 2 different teams that are new and 1 new player right there, Ace Thompson. He is beautiful. Then we got Napier on the Atomics with his teammates. This team is great. Look at Napier. 3-ball. Cash. And then you can see the Nashville Stars. Bucket. And the Blossom. Bucket. And then we got Bryce Bryant on the Supersonics. Oh, my God. He's just like that. You can't tell me he isn't. And then look at that. Stars versus Storm. You can see Eli Little. We have some returning players, as in Eli Little right there, wearing number 17 for the Virginia Storm. And look at that. Beautiful lays. Beautiful plays. Eli Little pull-up bucket. Bang. From midi. In this league, I hope you have fun. Raheem Aldridge. Boom. Fade from the side. Now, will I tell you if this league will be the same as last year's? No. Will I tell you that it's going to be kind of more exciting? Yes. Will I tell you that there are better players? Indeed. As you can see, oh my goodness. As you can see from one of the simulations of last season, this season is going to be beautiful.